Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question like this. Now, as you can see over here, it says that the figure below is made up of a rectangle. Okay, so you can follow my cursor. You can see that this is the rectangle. A circle with FG. So this is the circle with FG, as you can see over here, as the diameter. Two identical small semicircles. I believe this is the two that they are referring to, with diameters EF and GH. Okay, that means to say this and this, they are of the same diameter. They have the same diameter, and two larger semicircles. So this is the large one and this. Okay, they have diameters EG and FH. Okay, so once this is done, right, what you want to do is to always make sure I have all of the measurements, right? They say that the radius of the circle FG is 18, so this is 18. So if you know that this is 18, all right, what you want to do is you want to show that this part is also 18. This part is also 18. All right, so that's one thing that you need to do. Okay, so we know that over here the diameter is already 36, right? So we have three kinds of semicircle. We have the big one, the big semicircle. Okay, so we do not know what is the radius yet. We have the medium semicircle. We know that the radius is 18, the diameter is 36, okay, which is not needed to write. And finally, we have the small semicircle. The radius, again, we don't know. All right, now the length of BC, so where exactly is BC? B to C. Okay, B to C is the whole thing is 60 cm. Now you can see that there is a line over here, right, that cuts the rectangle into half. Well, what does that mean? It means that whatever there is over here is 30, right? It's half of 60. So we can say that HC is equals to BH is equals to 60 divided by 2, and we get to 30 cm. And because of that, right, if this is 30, right, we know that the medium, we know that the big semicircle will have a radius of 30, right? If this is 30, that means whatever there is over here, all right, whatever there is over here is also 30. Okay, so because of that, what I can say is that the diameter is actually 30 times 2, and that gives me 60. So where exactly 60? 60 is the whole thing over here. All right, this is 60. Now, the question wants us to find EF. Now, EF, which is over here, is the same as GH. So I'll just use GH first. All right, GH is actually equals to 60 minus 18 minus 18. That gives me 24 cm. And since GH is equals to EF, EF will also be 24 centimeters. Okay, so you want to quickly write down that this is 24 and this is 24. So for our small semicircle, we know that the diameter is 24, so the radius has to be 12. Okay, so that is the first part, and we are done with this. Okay, so once you have the measurements, it's easy for you to do, right? The question wants us to find the total area of all the shaded parts. So let's go back to the question and take a look at this diagram. When you look at this diagram, you realize that you can actually consolidate them. All right, so what I want to do is I want to remove this. I want to remove this, and I want to plant it here. Okay, I want to plant it here. All right, so all of them are grouped together. You will hear me saying this word consolidate a lot. Okay, we want to group them up. Then from here itself, you can simply just find the area of rectangle. Okay, so the area of rectangle, we know that this is 30, so we will do 30 times the length of the rectangle, which again, we have it already, because you see, if this is horizontal, we look horizontally, we realize that I have the measurements there, right? That is basically just 60. Okay, 60 plus 24, that gives me 84. All right, so we are going to do 30 times 84. When I do 30 times 84, we get to an answer of 2,520 centimeters square. So that is the area of this rectangle. Okay, what I want to remove, I'm going to highlight in red. I'm going to remove away this semicircle. I'm also going to remove away this big semicircle. Okay, in fact, sorry, I apologize. We call that the medium semicircle. So we are going to remove away the small semicircle and the medium semicircle. So we are going to find the area of the small semicircle. Okay, so for area of the small semicircle, we know that it is half times pi r square. They want our pi to be 3.14. And for my small semicircle, we have a radius of 12. Okay, so when I do that, right, I will get to an answer of 226.08. Okay, so that is the area of the small semicircle, which is done. And I want the medium semicircle. Okay, so area of the medium semicircle All right, so we will just simply do half times pi r squared again. We do half times 3.14. What's my radius for the medium semicircle? You can see over here, the medium semicircle has a radius of 18, so we will just do 18 squared. Okay, when I do half times 3.14 times 18 squared, I'll get to an answer of 508.68 centimeters squared. Okay, so this is 1, 2, and 3, right? And finally, they want us to find the total area. So that is number 4, the area of shaded parts. Okay, so for the area of shaded parts, we will just have to do 2520 minus away this 226.08 minus away 508.68. Okay, when I do that, I will get to an answer of 1785.24 centimeters square. All right, and therefore this is my answer for a question like this.